Can we please stop using BS metrics that mean literally nothing? This one's going to be a slightly salty video. I know, shocker or gasp, me salty. Who would have thought it? However, I have two BS metrics, and I don't mean like actual math metrics or anything crazy or normal like that. I mean metrics that people add into things for no other particular reason as they think it means something. And these two metrics are quite simply, it's fun. And the one that I really hate is, well, it works for me. Fuck off. To get into this, we're going to do a little bit of story time. So come closer, have a sit on Doddy's knee, and we're going to have a bit of story time. For those that don't know, I am ex-military. I'm aware. I love it. Infantry, in fact. And for those that don't know, infantry are fucked. There's no other word for it. We're fucked. Like, there's something wrong. Okay? So the first one we're going to go over is fun. Okay? I once knew a guy, he was a mortarman, and genuine true story. He was a mortarman. He loved shoving those 75mm fucking tubes up his arse. They're like that. Up his arse. Fun. Right? Another guy. His idea of fun, right? He'd wait for the new relief to come in. So they're fresh out of training, fresh out of depot. Depending on what civilian to soldier training. They're fresh out, they get to their unit, their barracks. He would sneak into their room at like 2 in the morning and piss over their bed. All sneaky and stealthy. So that this new recruit, after being on barracks in his new unit, around career soldiers, now has to go up to his quartermaster sergeant on like day 2 or 3 and request a new mattress because he pissed the bed. Well, he pissed the bed. Fun, right? This is fun. We're having fun, right, guys? No. So please tell me how your whatever build, I'm not going to like disrespect the build or anything, but please tell me how your version of fun with that build has any fucking merit on how that build performs. Tell me, please. I want to know. It doesn't, by the way. I look at spreadsheets all day, every day, basically. That's like, it's basically become my job. I actually quite like spreadsheets. I find them fun. Now, obviously, it's a video game. We play them to have fun. In our own weird and wacky and quirky little ways. We have fun with them. I am not saying do not have fun. My point is, don't recommend a build on the grounds of it's fun. Simply just because your version of fun is not going to be my version of fun. And my version of fun is certainly not going to be yours. 1, I like spreadsheets. 2, I'm ex-infantry. So it's not going to go down well. It's just not a good metric to even start getting behind. And there's no real way to quantify it. Like, how would you even start to quantify it? How are you going to measure it? How are you going to measure someone's fun in this game? I don't think you really could. See, from a statistical standpoint, the most fun males, weirdly, have is through success. Through actually achieving the goal. Whatever that goal might be, to be perfectly honest. Whether you just want to get through as quick as possible, whether you just want to complete the mission, whether you have a crazy, weird, wacky build idea and you just want it to work in that one weird situation that you've magically conjured up. You just want it to work. Success in any manner, really. Like, I'm 33, I'm quite happy when I wake up and I've still got morning wood, you know? Fucking, there you are. Way, go me. But, yeah, there's no real way to quantify that. Then there's the whole mess of, well, it works for me. Great. congrats. Like, the great thing about the human race is we're pretty damn bloody diverse. Every single one of us has a variety of different skills, knowledge, experiences, education. Like, it works for me is akin to saying, well, I'm a nuclear physicist and I can build a nuclear reactor. Why can't you? I'm a primary school teacher. That's why I can't. Yeah, but it works for me. Really? That's the stance some people want to take. Oh, it works for me. That's brilliant, but you're not everyone. There is a reason we have like a standardized set of builds that we recommend for people, and I'm genuinely amazed on a daily basis on how people will suggest or recommend a build, and then they get hit with a bit of backlash being like, this isn't really worth it, this doesn't really serve a purpose, there's no point running this, and they're like, oh, you're just hating on me because of how I build. It's like, no, we're not hating on you of how you build, we're hating on you of how you've presented it as like it's some sort of amazing thing. We're not saying the build doesn't work, because quite clearly, for you, it does. But your SHD 20,500 with 9k hours in the game, you've played all the meta builds, you've done all of the missions multiple times. Little Timmy over here with SHD 60 and had barely 50 hours in the game isn't going to understand the intricacies of that mess of a build that you have. And I don't mean mess of a build as like a negative thing. It's just if there's weird and wacky pieces all over the place, it's a mess. Like, it could be a mess that works, it could be a mess that doesn't work. Look at the British Army's Land Rover, for fuck's sake. That thing is a mess. It's held together with bloody clips. It will take an RPG, though. Here's one I love giving the it works for me people. This is Rousey. He played with One Piece Foundry, One Piece FI, One Piece Hardwired, One Piece Tips, One Piece Umbra, One Piece Negotiators. Did a heroic mission in 16 minutes 15 seconds. There's a link in the description, if I remember, where you can watch him do this. He's literally aptly named it Viable Run. Would you run that? Would you run that build? It works for him, but it works. Would you recommend that to your friends? Would you recommend that to anyone? It works. Completed a heroic mission with it. Even used Slayer, for fuck's sake. If your answer is no, then stop telling people it works for me. Anyway, yeah. I only really did this just because, like, for a while now, I get people. It's strange, and I don't want to come across as arrogant, but I do all this math and all these numbers, and I get people being like, oh, you should try this build, it works really well, it's fun, and I'm like, simply just because you enjoy something doesn't mean others will. Simply just because you find something easy to do doesn't mean others will. Again, I'm going to defer back to the Headhunter's Fury, where it is arguably the best and most powerful build in the game. If you can use it. I can't use it. I suck at it. I actively, whenever I'm on and playing and I have a decent chunk of time to just run around like an idiot, it's the build I go to practice using it. Because once you can get good at it, it's easy game. Well, the game's easy anyway, but even easier game. Why spend one bullet and kill one enemy when you can spend one bullet and kill 5? That's the idea of it. Anyway, have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.